Welcome to Bothering the Band. My name is Ryan Bynick. With me, as always, Abigail and Levy. Abby, say hi.
Hello.
We have a super fun bonus episode today with Matthew, Michael, and Peter of the awesome band Princess Goes. You'd recognize Michael from his award-winning role in Dexter, but this band is bigger than that. Princess Goes has a new album coming on October 6th. It's called Come of Age, and we had a fun little chat with them. Ladies and gentlemen, Bothering the Band with Princess Goes. Hello,
Hello there.
Matthew.
Yeah. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Ryan. This is Abby as well. She's here. She's the producer.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Doing well.
Where are you all?
We're both in Florida, but just different parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How about yourself?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Hey,
Howdy.
Michael.
It's going
How's it
good.
going?
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining us. We're
Yeah, you
waiting on
should be
Peter.
here on the dot. Oh,
All
there he
right,
is.
no rush. Just making sure. Cool.
Minute early. Peter.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm in
Michael, where are you at
Asheville,
in the
North
world?
Carolina, actually. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Hey guys,
Hey, Pete.
what's happening?
Oh yeah, hanging out. Just to give you guys a heads up, my name's Ryan. This is Abby, and we're gonna do things a little bit differently. I don't know if Aaron or Kip told you. We only
Right.
ask stupid questions. I know we're we pride ourselves on being fun and a little bit different, but also in sparking your, whatever you want to talk about. And hopefully these questions, which are tailored, will lead to some fun things. Um, Michael had asked where we're at. We're in both in Florida, but just different parts. I used to live in New York. Abby used to live in Wyoming until very recently. So Matthew and I were talking about Brooklyn right before this.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm in New York. I'm in New York, and Matt's in Brooklyn.
Where in New York are you?
13th Street.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. Very cool. You're right by Strand. The best
Yes.
bookstore in the world, man. I love
Hmm.
it. Uh, I used to work at a Gray Dog. Do you know this
Oh,
place?
nice. Yeah, of course,
I mean,
of
this is
course.
like 15 years ago, but yeah, I was a stoned barista at Gray Dog.
On
Still
University.
there.
Yeah.
Nice one, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still there. Still there. Okay, cool. Let's get the not as fun question out of the way. How do you guys, and we can go one by one, however you want to do, how do you guys describe the music you make?
That is a tough one. I can just go. I'll say it's the kind of music where when we invite people to our shows, when they leave, they say, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
It's a great description. Anyone else want to piggyback on that one?
We used to refer to it as if Giorgio Moroder and Black Sabbath had a baby. Um, but I don't know if that applies anymore. That
Yeah.
was a
The
long time
baby, the
ago.
babies
So
had babies now.
the baby had babies, and it's now a baby mama baby.
Yeah, there's some like Trent Reznor in there too. I don't know if that's on purpose or just my like
Yeah,
bias brain.
We used
love that.
Rocktronic Gothadelic was a
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
Well, we're very immersive. Like Abby and I, we take this is a pet project. What we're doing, we just love music. We want to talk music with our favorite people, and so we really immerse ourselves into whoever we're talking to of the week. And man, I've just been blasting it and telling everyone to listen to it. And you know,
Thank you.
I the ketamine it jumps off to me. I love that song. I've been rocking and rolling that song. I'm a writer first and foremost. The lyrics jump out. So you guys are killing it. That's just my little ego boost to you guys. And then
I'll take it.
okay, who here is ambidextrous? Can anyone bat righty and lefty? Can anyone play righty lefty?
Well, I started a pandemic project of mine was I'm mainly a drummer, and so I got a double kick pedal just as a gift, kind of, and that means like two bass drum pedals. And I was just like, I'm gonna learn, this late in the game for me, I was like, I'm gonna learn how to play some of that metal shit that I love, and it just turned out to be so much fun, and I have become a little bit ambidextrous in my feet, even doing like simple beats is fun on the double kick, so there's that. But I guess being a drummer, I'll say I'm the ambidextrous one.
Well, it's funny you say that because I initially think of your hands. I didn't even think of your feet. So way to go. Way to throw a curveball there. Yeah.
It's unexpected. But I've also seen Michael play the mellotron with both hands. So that's
I'm
something.
equally limited on both sides of my body.
Well said. Yeah, that's me. So can you do the pat and the rub? Abby, can you do that? But while you're doing it, you have to do a Christopher Walken impression. So okay, I warned you guys. What is your vision? Do you wear glasses? Do you have 20/20 vision?
Deteriorating.
These are the softball questions.
I started wearing reading glasses I don't know, several years ago. And yeah, it's just going downhill as it does. I have the what do you call them? The progressive lenses and I struggle to get used to those. I have a couple pairs that I'm, determined to lose soon. I can't keep them on. I can't keep them on. So yeah, my vision used to be great, and now it's pretty good.
Matthew, how's your vision?
Yeah, I think it's deteriorating, but I'm sort of in denial about it, so I'm not using reading glasses yet. But yeah, for the first time in my life, I'm like, oh shit, my vision.
Are you pulling away from books like that?
Yeah, a little bit. Like sometimes I'm doing this, something I've taken for granted for my whole life. But I'm not ready to, buy those reading glasses just yet.
I feel ya. I don't know if you know this. Like I said, these are seemingly random, but you have an awesome single right now called Blurry Vision. That's where my brain went. Stream of consciousness. That's how we come up with these awesome questions.
Nice one.
And you'll recognize this one. As a child, did you eat anything weird? Were you eating paste? Were you eating erasers?
I ate glue, as kids do. I really struggled to turn my pencil around and use the eraser whenever I would make a mistake in pencil, I compulsively would want to lick my finger and rub out the mistake. And so I had all these like holes in my paper instead of just turning it around. And I was just like, I don't want to do it. I don't know if I didn't want to compromise the pristine, perfect eraser, or I just couldn't. I was just an idiot. I used to also, when my mom was cooking, I would grab a stick of butter and just take a bite out of it like it was a candy bar. That was the thing I liked to do.
Oh, fuck.
Man, we could unpack this shit. I want to know, like we all learn this from. So I want to know how, like, subconsciously learn I
don't know why I thought that was a
eraser.
Good thing to do. Like I was like everybody else seemed to be using their erasers. I was like, no, I think there's a better way. I think if you lick your finger and rub dark,
Yeah,
wet,
especially that
sort of
old paper.
hilly paper, pulpy smudge, that's better. So I just stuck with that.
Yeah. Pete, when you were a kid, did you eat anything weird?
Well, it's weird. My mom was really busy working mom, and she wasn't gifted in the kitchen. And I mean, bless her, she tried, but she wasn't good. And so I grew up not, this really isn't answering your question, but I grew up just with this aversion. She was horrible with meat. Like she couldn't cook a
Ah,
piece of meat or fish to save her life. And so I would find ways to like not eat the meat. I'd pretend to eat it and then I'd put it in my pocket. So a lot of times when she was doing wash, there'd be like meat wads in my pocket. We had this planter behind the kitchen table. I would kind of just scratch my back and drop like a meatball in the plant, and she'd be watering the plants and find this like rotted meat. Um, anyway, that's not answering your question, but I didn't like meat, and I'm still a vegetarian.
that's cool. It is like a weird childhood Seinfeld episode. You're just like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
put this in my pocket. Mutton. There you go. Matthew, did you eat anything weird as a kid?
Yeah, I remember eating a couple of worms in the playground.
Oh,
It was like it was, an event. It was like, I remember all these kids around me like, is he gonna do it? And I just didn't want to let them down, you know. I guess I told them I was gonna do it, and then it just happened.
and then you got to live up to it.
People pleaser,
Yeah,
worm eater.
yeah.
When you were a child, did you ever read the book How to Eat Fried Worms?
I did.
No.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. Yeah. They made a movie out of it at one point. All right. We're gonna do some rapid fire here because we only have you guys for a limited time. Maybe we'll have you back if you're having fun. Okay. Favorite museum in the world?
Ooh,
It's a
wow.
tough one, right? Abby, you can jump in this too if you want.
The Gardner Museum in Boston.
I just love the Metropolitan Museum here in New York. I mean, it's the only museum I know of really that you can pay a nickel because it's pay what you want. I don't know if they do that anymore, but if you show that you're a New Yorker, you can just donate a nickel or $20 or whatever. And but it's just a great place to go spend time. Sometimes I walk around with my earbuds in and listening to music. My old bandmate in Morningwood used to walk around the museum a lot, writing little words together, hanging out in the Temple of Dundun, and just I don't know. It's a cool museum, and it's very New York. Just one of the greatest museums ever.
Yeah, totally agree. I used to live on the Upper East Side, so it was very easy to just days off. You'd be like, I guess I'll just go walk around. Like you said, donate.
Exactly.
Michael,
Let's
you
say
want to
the
jump in?
Prado in Madrid, in part because I had this amazing tour through that museum. This woman who took me through this Francis Bacon exhibit and made it that much more mind blowing. And also, when we got to the Salvador Dali room, she wouldn't let any of us go in because she claimed that it was nothing but an offense to any proper aesthetic sensibility, which I liked. I mean, it was really, really hard line, really hardcore. But amazing museum, amazing. I'm not saying anything specifically pro or con about Salvador Dali. Just I'm saying something pro about poor guys having strong opinions.
Yeah, that's going against
Just
the
like,
grain.
don't go in there.
That's
I
pretty
forbid.
radical.
If you go in there, you can't continue the tour with me. Basically, what she said. Yeah.
I like this lady.
I guess. I would probably say, yeah, the New York museums are great, but I'll give a shout out to the Museum of Modern Art in Mexico City. I was just there earlier this year. I was on tour with Blondie, who I also play with, and it's just a beautiful museum. It's right in sort of the middle of this big park downtown. It's very open, and they have this massive sort of skylight on top, and you can kind of walk around and see all the gorgeous art. There was they have the Diego Rivera, the Frida Kahlo, but they also have the had a surrealist exhibit without Dali. They had a bunch of other surrealist artists, and it was incredibly mind-blowing.
Well, you're the second person to mention that museum on the podcast. In tandem with the Mexico City Library, is also architecturally like a site. Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Hard-hitting journalistic question here. Favorite Disney princess?
Ooh.
Or least favorite, whatever you want to go here.
Well, who's the one that's saying "Let It Go"? Because I would say because of our song "Let It Go," we got to go with her, or I would go with her.
That would be Elsa.
Nice
I don't know
one.
if I have a favorite. Maybe Sleepy. He's not a princess.
There we go. Michael knows how to play the game now. No rules.
Yeah, Michael knows. I'm gonna say who's in Encanto? That one that just came out. What's that? It's not a princess really, or is it?
I don't know. What's the name? That sounds like a producer lookup question. Encanto protagonist.
I'm looking at Mirabelle. I think
Okay.
that's
Yeah. Good pool. Okay. This is maybe the toughest one here. Favorite Bowie album?
I
Same.
mean, Honky Dory comes to mind. That's
Yeah.
so good.
yeah. I'd have to say that.
Do you think it changes where you're at in your life? Because I've been listening to Station to Station for like the last month, like every morning, like when I wake up early and I just put it on and write. I listened to it while I was writing this. Dumb question. Hunky Dory, love it. Abby, what's yours? Diamond Dogs? Hunky Dory?
Wow.
Dory.
Okay. Okay. Bear with me here, guys. Do you fold or hang
A polo shirt is
shirts?
like an Izod,
Yeah, like a short
but like
sleeve,
an
3
knitted,
buttons,
like
collar.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit thicker. Now they make them
I
thin
honestly
and
think I just have
who has
one, and
time for
it's on a
those?
hanger.
I have none, but I mean, I used to be obsessed with polo when I was a kid. In fact, my friends used to call me Labelwitz. My last name is Yanowitz, and they would call me Labelwitz. But I just never, yeah, those polo things. Yeah, it's not really. I don't think not any of us wear those shirts. So, but if I had them, they'd definitely be in my drawer. I don't hang shit, that much.
Yeah. It's a funny thing to ask creative people who skew rock stars, I picture you wearing sleeveless polos, by the way.
Yeah, you're right, man. You're right.
Matt, you're wearing a button-down nice shirt.
Thanks. Yeah. It's not a polo shirt. It's like a button-down shirt. I don't think I really have any polo shirts. I'm trying to think.
As you're talking, I'm like, this question
No,
is
but
so dumb.
I mean, you don't want it to be wrinkled, especially like
You don't, but also, so Michael, you said you hang yours.
No, you got
Some of them
you
get the
gotta
little
get a good
shoulder
hanger with
things.
a rounded situation. I mean, you can't use a wire hanger,
I'm buying
obviously, but
Amazon
you
hangers.
can't use just any hanger. You got to get one that matches the width of the shoulders and has a sort of rounded.
Indeed. Good. Thank you guys for playing along with this. Okay. Peanut butter and jelly.
Yes.
What kind of peanut butter? What kind of jelly? What kind of bread?
Michael, you had that when I was at your house recently down in North Carolina, you had this peanut butter on your counter that was some of the best peanut butter I've ever
Really?
had in
That
my
might
life.
have
I
been
don't
from
remember.
the organic. There's this like raw dairy, and they sell a bunch of other stuff
Oof,
too that my wife goes to.
so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, I'm not like a super purist. You know, some people feel like it has to be peanut butter, it can't be some other nut butter, and then it has to be like grape jelly to be a. But I usually go with like a strawberry or like a raspberry jelly. I prefer that to grape and peanut butter. And I kind of like I don't know. I don't know that the bread ideally it's like white bread and kind of soft.
But kind of the hard multigrain is pretty sweet
Sweet
ass
ass.
too. Like just something like, like
Some of that sweet ass multigrain bread.
Matt, you're up.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, I have two kids, so I'm pretty like whatever peanut butter and jelly is on hand and whatever bread is on hand. I also like going to there's a yoga place called Integral Yoga Institute in on 13th Street in Manhattan, and they have like a health food store they've had for years, and they make their own peanut butter. You can make it, you like grind the peanuts, and
Oh, cool.
it's like is really, really natural and delicious. It's kind of awesome.
Matt, I got bad news that natural store hasn't been there for about 5 years now.
I know. I know. I
Oh
still
man.
the
Yeah.
mythology is still
What
there
is
for
time?
me.
Indeed. We talk about that way too much on this thing. Uh Pete, we can go back to Grey Dog, the multigrain peanut butter with raspberry jelly. That's what I always ate back then.
I've had one of those. They're really good. You know what I'm
Very
talking
good.
about now. That's what
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
I do. I noticed none of you mentioned any accoutrement, like throwing sliced banana on
I
there
mean, if you're gonna
or
put
anything like
bananas on,
that.
just leave the
No,
jelly off. Just do bananas instead. Peanut butter and honey, peanut butter and banana,
true,
peanut butter
true.
and jelly. And if you do all those together, then you're Elvis.
Yes, indeed.
Oh yeah.
Bacon.
Mm, bacon.
That's like pineapple on pizza. That's like a sin in New York, I think. But I have been recently having burritos with French fries in them, like Mexico City style. I think it's Mexico style, but yeah, French fries and burritos is really good.
There was a sandwich place I used to go to in Harlem. I think they were Senegalese, West Africans, and they put French fries in this massive French bread sandwiches with like chicken and tomatoes and French fries and everything. Life affirming experience.
Well, right before you guys logged on, Abby and I were just saying we're so hungry. That's so now it's worse. Okay, what is something you take everywhere you go? And let's take out phones and keys and stuff like that. Is there a little trinket you take with you in travels, anything like that? Do you travel? Always need a book, stuff like that.
My wife and I used to have this little Yoda that we'd give each other if one of us was going on a trip to just sort of watch over us. And at our studio in Union Square, we have a little yoga kind of over the console. But more recently, I guess what I take everywhere on a trip is this. I've discovered this new underwear. It's called the Lululemon men's boxer briefs. And I mean, they're not even really that attractive looking. They look kind of silly, but it's the softest material I've ever had on my body. And now that's what I would take everywhere. And I always have it with me because it's like, it's a luxury. I highly recommend everybody. Abby, you too, just check them out. Really good.
Is it straight cotton or is it like a microfiber blendy
It's
thing?
cotton. No, it's cotton, and it's
Yeah.
like just the softest, oldest t-shirt, but it's check it out if you haven't. It's incredible. I mean, I'm addicted kind of. My wife catches me online and she's like, "What are you looking at?" And I'm like, "It's not porn. It's just the underwear. I'm just trying to see what next five pack I should get." Yeah.
guys? Who's
I
what
don't
are you
know if I
bringing?
have a good answer to that. Um, I don't really have like a talisman or anything, or I think I need to get one. Yeah,
Well, the
that's true,
dolphin
but I
is
don't
good.
take it everywhere. My regrets.
Hmm. I have a USB key with every episode of Seinfeld and Curb Your Enthusiasm.
All right. I knew we liked Matt. Look, check this shirt out. I'm wearing a Del Boca Vista shirt.
Wow. Is that where
Okay.
George's parents
Yeah,
live?
we love Seinfeld. Well, Jerry's parents live there, and George's parents threatened to go Jerry Stiller. Yeah,
Right,
can't
right, right.
say it in the
Right,
bloopers,
right.
and yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
And if you can imagine, that's pretty much where I live in South Florida. So it's very much.
Yeah.
This is a big hit. All right. I like where your head's at. Seinfeld. That's like my meditation every night. Um, who's the first person you call when you have good news?
Either my wife or my mom.
They're both big listeners, so good answer.
Yeah.
Probably my therapist. No, I'm actually kidding. I save the bad news for her usually.
Yeah, you get your money's worth.
Yeah, you're like, my USB broke.
Exactly.
I would say my wife. Yeah. That's the thing about therapy. Like sometimes, like when I've done therapy, I felt like I was sort of like dredging up or, dredging up problems that didn't necessarily need to be there just to feel like I was getting my money's worth,
I know that feeling.
I think we could all collectively agree on that, and everyone
Yeah.
listening. Okay, so we end every episode with a song from our guest. What song of Princess Go should we end this episode with?
What song?
Yeah,
Oh, does it have to be our song or can it be?
preferably your song. We are promoting.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
also we've put other songs, like we've had guests like comedians and stuff like that, and we put someone else's song and it got taken down.
Well, I mean, I would vote for Jetpack that we have coming out on Friday, which is on our new record, which out on October 6th. And I mean, definitely maybe my favorite song on the record. I feel like if you squashed all of our 3 records into one musical statement, Jetpack would be a great representation of that because it's got the dichotomy of what I think makes this band vital is just the lulling, beautiful sort of rolling feeling of the first half of the song, and then the darker, angstier, more rockin' second half. I don't know. It's a good princess song. So I hope you guys all like it.
Let's do Jetpack.
I'm good with that for sure.
It'd be real funny if you're like, no, fuck that.
No, absolutely not. You can't
That
go
was
in
a
that
very
room.
good speech too. He really sold it. Okay, so we also end every episode with this question. If you could bother one musician, who would it, living or dead, who would it be? However, what would you ask them in the vein of bothering the band? A very stupid question like peanut butter and jelly. So who would you bother? What would you ask them? I have to say, I appreciate you guys really giving this so much thought. For real, that's not a joke.
Yeah. No, it's serious. I would want to know what David Bowie was eating in the year that led up to Hunky Dory, which was, what was that, 71, 72, something like that. And I would just want like a full list of everything he ate that year. And maybe it wouldn't be much.
I was gonna say, I wonder if it is much.
Bananas and milk.
Wonder what his appetite was like. Yeah.
Yeah.
For those listening, Michael's face, you're really giving it a go. He's rubbing his forehead.
I would ask Joni Mitchell whether or not she preferred the Real Housewives of Orange County or the original Beverly Hills, and why?
So as poetic as Joe Mitchell. I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure she loves both those shows.
She's gonna say Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
And move on. Okay, guys. What's next for Princess Goes? You mentioned the album is dropping when? Say again.
October.
Cool. We'll share. Everyone go follow Princess Goes on Instagram. It's Princess Goes Official. But yeah, what else do you guys want to tell the people?
We have a gig in New York on the 20th of September, and then we're going to do a tour in the UK and other parts of Europe starting on the 26th for a couple of weeks. So we got that, and then some other little quick shot dates towards the end of the year and in the early part of the new year. So there's that. Florida,
you're going to come to Florida, hang out, I get it.
It's on our list for sure. We want to get to Florida this year at some point.
Oh, awesome. We'll follow and we'll be there if you come near us. Absolutely. And we'll buy you all peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, however you like it. On us. God, we really can't thank you enough for playing our dumb little podcast game.
It's much more enjoyable than the standard.
Yeah, and it's not really dumb. I know you keep saying that, but these were good questions.
Thank you. Yeah, we try to make it fun. Like I said, conversational and be different.
RuPaul's Snatch Game, the Snatch Game. It's kind of like similar with drag queens.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Abby's nodding her head and giggling.
She knows. It's hilarious.
Thank you guys so very much. We can't thank you enough. You guys are killing. No hyperbole, no bullshit. We love your music, and come back.
Thank you.
Just keep in touch.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you guys.
See you.
Swapped our blood for metal. We were waiting for the mechanism. We were waiting for the flying cars. We were promised on TV. Blinking back the signal. Our reflections pulled the fast one. Thought we were so special, crushing on the babysitter, played until the dark. Walked ourselves to school, cloaked in never spinning rolling eyes. You told us what to do.